All right, so this is gonna be episode 91 of the Just Chilling podcast. Your host Miguel. Got my boy Metrical Fraternity with me today, aka Met. Let me try this. Shit, he got the what's that? Heartbreak only mixtape out. Fucked it up.
Oh, Broken Hearts only.
Broken Hearts only mixtape out right now. Spotify, Apple, Broken Hearts only. We talked about the first song last time we was on. We just gonna cover Heartbreak Kid today.
Yep, for sure, for sure.
Any opening thoughts on Heartbreak Kid before we get into what I want to talk about with it?
When you say open thoughts, what you mean? Just like
What
random.
you think about it? You know, your perception of the finished product and everything.
Um, I would
Just that,
say,
just that particular song now.
yeah, for sure, for sure. For me, I will say, all in all, I feel like that song, it did a lot more than what I expected to do. I mean, no, not what I expected to do. It came together better than what I had initially planned for it. That's one of the songs that I knew I was gonna have to do a video to. It's not like I wouldn't say, even though it is a lot of people's favorite now, a lot of people rock with it, but I feel like the visual helped that song. So I feel like what I put into that song, the value of it, is pretty much what made it what it was. You see what I'm saying? So um I'm gonna let you go ahead and start, and now, as we go, I'll get some thoughts that's like extra. But I would say, to date, that's my best video. That's my best. It's in my top three probably songs as far as numbers wise. So yeah, that's what I would say about Heartbreak Kid. Just the grand
I'm
scheme.
finna, and I'm finna edit myself right here too because you deserve it. Metrical Futurity, Broken Hearts Only, EP out right now. Spotify, Apple Music, Amazon, anywhere you get your music at. Definitely go check out my bruh. I swear to God, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna regret that. So
So
when did you first write? When did you first start writing Heartbreak Kid?
out of the songs except the Broken Heart, outside of Heartbreak Kid, everything was made the end of 2020. So you got Anything for Fame, Heartbreak Kid, you finna have Sunday, then you finna have Top Spot. But all those songs was made towards the end of 2020. So about from fourth quarter, about October, November-ish to like the last week of December. So Heartbreak Kid alongside Anything for Fame and the song that's gonna come out in 2 weeks, Sunday. Those songs are songs that I own 100%, like the publish of them. So like those are my first songs that I was ever able to, like, I can do whatever the fuck I want to with them. So like they mean a lot to me. So that's why I put the much effort that I did into Heartbreak Kid, because I can monetize that to the fifth degree, like to the fifth power, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, just like they just really like this was a big step. So Heartbreak Kid, even though I'm not too big privy personally on the song, like I just feel like it means a lot. It's my baby. You see what I'm saying? It's still my baby. For sure.
Um, this ain't got nothing to do with that song specifically, but it just crossed my mind. Is
Uh-huh.
there a time of the year that you like making music the most, and that you feel good making music the most? Is it a type of time of the year that you just
Um,
feel something special?
okay, for sure. I'm not a summer artist. So I typically don't like this year would be like I'm gonna release some songs in the summer, but I typically will probably I stay away from the May, June, July's. August I will fuck with a little bit. Even though like I said, this year in particular I got songs that I'm gonna drop in the summer, but I typically stay away from those. It's not that I don't feel inspired, it's just that I feel like those are the time. I feel like my music is made from number one, late nights, early mornings. So probably when you get a good drive in, I feel like that's when my music is best played. Maybe like a little road trip or something, because I'm gonna take you up and down of like your feelings, your emotions. It's not just one thing, it's not too hype. Because my music is me. So it's not gonna give you overly hype. I'm not never overly hype. I'm not always so mellow. I'm not always as positive, but I'm not always as downy. So that's what I get with my music. So like I said, I typically stay away from the summer, but I feel I feel most of the time I feel most inspired. Like I noticed this in the last 3 years that I've been really focusing on trying to become an artist and go to the next level. That I struggle in the beginning of the year. So like January, February, up until like March, April, I usually be over writer's block. But for some reason, I can't ever write around in January, February, beginning of March. And so even though I feel like my music can be played during that time, I struggle. So a lot of my songs really be made around that fourth quarter, but maybe like August time. So that's why I feel like I thrive the most. Like I guess the winter. I'm a winter baby. So maybe that's what it is.
How did you know that this single right here, A Heartbreak Kid, was the one you wanted to do a video for?
I feel like all of the songs, especially the ones I own, they had to do a video. So that was like, those are the things that like motivated me to do that. But it had been so long since I did a video. And so I had already had planned on, I actually supposed to came with 3 videos. It's supposed to another song that I tried to buy. Somebody ended up buying the beat before me, like purchasing. I was pissed. I was so pissed about it.
Yeah, I understand that.
Yeah. And I think that song was probably gonna be, it wasn't gonna be as big as Heartbreak Kid, but it was gonna be the next follow-up to Anything for Fame. It was the perfect follow-up for Anything for Fame. And really just, I just came to okay, what songs do I got that could use, the visual to make the song stand out? I need to look more like an artist, not more so look like an artist, but more so look like I'm established. More so give you that look and that aesthetic, like, hey, this must be somebody that we ignoring. Like this person look like he got it going on. I told everybody that I want to blow up this year. I want to at least, get to the point where I'm able to eat off music. So one thing I wanted to do, I wanted to make it look like somebody behind me. I do all this shit myself. Everything that you see, even though I might, I'm paid people to, like shoot my videos, of course, but as far as like putting my music together and putting these ideas together, I have no backing me. I do all this myself. And so it really was just trying to, find the best way to, what songs needed to be the ones that needed that visual to either elevate it more or take it to the next level. And so that was the one that I had to go, okay, boom. If the song might do but if I add the video, that'll make it go crazy.
Mm-hmm. Now you might have already covered this before, but you covered a lot of topics in a short amount of time on this song. Because as I listen to it again, I see you went there. You went a lot of places, a lot of emotional places in one song. So was that on purpose, going through all these topics in one song, or did it just happen like that?
With this one in particular, it just happened like that. A lot of times I start writing a song and I have an idea of where I want to go. Or sometimes I can be in, most of the times when I'm writing, I allow the beat to give me, kind of guide me. I might start with a line. I might write a line and be like, I might have 2 dope lines that's like, 2 dope punchlines, right? And then I'll be like, okay, I know I want to say this in that song. And I want them to guide me, okay? And I might say them in the first 2 lines, and then I go from there, And then I piece, the next 2 bars, next 2 bars, next 2 bars, and try to, make sure that it goes and flows well. With this song in particular, I really just want to, I was giving my side of what it was like, because like I said before, when we was talking on the last one about the Heartbreak Kid, especially this song, I really wasn't talking about me breaking their hearts. I really was talking about me getting repaired from my heart being broken, Right.
So, and the more you listen to it, you understand that too.
Yeah, you get that. See, most people don't, what I'm saying, if they're not actually paying attention, they just hear the words. They're not, if they just listen to the beat for a good time instead of actually listen to the story that's being told, you won't notice that. Because like I said, like I'm pleading my case about what, how I feel about her and how she did broke my heart, So yeah, that's really what writing is to just, I let the music, and the line before kind of motivate me in what I need to say next, next in this particular,
right. song. I think I'm just gonna run this by you and see whether or not you think it's fair or not. But I said I know you are real opinionated about your generation in your music and on social media. Like, is that fair to say?
Yeah. I'm very opinionated. I could be opinionated about anything. And the reason why though, I think a lot. And I feel like a lot of people don't think at all. And I feel like a lot of people are led by the internet. That's one of the reasons why, yeah, you see me, but you see me on Facebook and Instagram. Like I stay away from Twitter because I don't really like Twitter because I feel like I look at the world differently than a lot of people. I look at the world as I believe that survival of the fittest. And I believe that there are winners and losers. And I don't think everybody's going to win. And I don't think everybody's supposed to win. And so when I look at, you know, different artists and music and shit like that, I look at it like this. I feel like we overrate and we evaluate stuff on a different level sometimes because we have gotten used to mediocrity. And so when I give my opinions, it don't be from, I try not to be as biased. Like sometimes I will acknowledge if I'm biased, but sometimes I just try to give as much nuance, you know, as I can when giving my opinion. So I would say that I am opinionated, but it's because I feel like a lot of times that people give opinions and they don't think. They don't actually, you know, take their times with coming up with thoughts on their own. They're led by a pack. I can stand in a room full of million people and they be like, you wrong as hell. And I feel confident in arguing with each and every individual person in there. That's how confident I am in me, you know?
You like that meme where the dude was on that podcast, Brandon Marshall.
Oh, yeah. No, for real, because like, I get it what it's like. I mean, I'm not a person that if I'm wrong, I will acknowledge that I'm wrong. It's like we get to a point in the
But in the moment, you really, you know, like he didn't know in the moment for real.
Oh, yeah. And I watched that. I'm a big fan of that show. And for that thing in particular, I feel like they both was right. And I was actually on his side though, what he was saying. I don't know if that's too off topic for you, but essentially, yeah, I was just saying that I was one of the people that actually agreed with him. I got both sides, but if I had to pick a side of the fence, I would have been with Brandon Marshall because I get what he was saying. He was one of the people that was out there fighting for it. And then, you know, it just ain't go the way, you know, it should have went. So
no, we get off of that. We get back on you.
Yeah.
Heartbreak Kid again. What do you mean in the song, in the context of the song, when you say you don't forgot how to love? Why you put that in the song?
That's a statement. It's more so a feeling more so than
okay. The way you say it in the song, it sticks with you.
Okay, yeah. Okay, so for this is what I'm thinking when I wrote that bar. Okay, like I said, this song is not as personal as direct. I'm telling you a direct. This is what happened. This is who did it. Blah 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 blah. I'm kind of on the surface with this story. This is a kind of a real story, but not at the same time. So when I say that line, it's kind of the illusion of being this 19, 20-year-old that falls in love and, you know, had this perception of what love is and what love's supposed to be or what we think it's supposed to be. And when you get your heart broken, it's like you don't feel the same. I've forgotten how to love a person in the way that I thought that it was supposed to be because I had this situation to happen. So that's when I say the words I've forgotten how to love. It's not actually like I've, you know, like, oh shit, like what I need to do is more so like, damn, like I'm not conscious of like this is the way I'm supposed to love somebody or this is what I'm supposed to do when, you know, it's like, you know, it's like what subconscious forget, you know what I'm saying? Like one of those, for sure.
Okay. How did you find that perfect melody for the hook? Because I feel like it's a perfect melody.
I don't know. I just know. I remember sitting here that day, and I just remember hearing the beat, and I was like, I don't really like that beat. And then I just remember going, I just the first line, it's always heartbreak for the kid. Judge, can I get a new case for this shit? And then I can't even. And I just kept flowing. I can't feel nothing on these pains. It wasn't nothing that I had just set out to do. I guess that first two bars kind of led that. I mean, so I like beats. When I record, when I make songs, I like beats that kind of don't have no direct like that's why I be so interested when somebody else uses the same beat. I be like, how the fuck did you get that song out of that? Like because I would have never did that with that beat. So I like beats that don't clearly got a direction. It's like if you took me off this beat, what the fuck would this song be? That's why I like. So I really had to come up and make my own story with that beat because that beat is not just like I can hear where it's gonna go. You know what I'm saying? Especially as a a hip hop artist or R&B artist or what I would consider a melodic rapper, you know, that's not one of the beats that we just go to, you know. So that's what I was
Okay.
like.
But you made it work. That's what I'm saying. I love that melody though.
Yeah, it
Love
catches
that
people.
melody.
It's
The
catchy.
whole song catch you now. If you, like I said, if you watching this right now, just go check my bro out. And I already shout him out at the beginning of the episode, but go check out Heartbreak Kid because that's a special song, man. That's it's almost like it almost touched me like as a ballad almost, but just not quite. But it's kind of like a ballad, and which run me to my next question. And the story, is this a story about a girl, or there's something going on with the Heartbreak Kid in this song? What's the perspective we supposed to gather from it?
The perspective.
I guess like in the context of your EP.
Oh, in the context of my EP, I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I threw that motherfucker out. I'm finna milk the fuck out of Heartbreak Kid. It's gonna be on everything. I don't give a damn. Like I said, it's one of the songs that I own, so I'm gonna use that motherfucker.
But I'm saying like, okay, did you pull from a personal experience to make Heartbreak Kid with a female?
Yes and no. Okay, that's why I was explaining a little earlier before when I was like, this is one of the ones, you know, even last time you asked me, do I want to, we was asking about the project as far as Heartbreak Motel, when you was asking, is this a direction that you want to go where you're being more personal, where like a song like Heartbreak Motel, which is we did in the last episode, where I was, that really happened, like the stuff that I'm talking about the baby, and I'm talking about, you know, dealing with this girl, and I'm talking about being in this room, you know, where you was feeling like this, and you told me this, and we smashed while your nephew was in the room. Like, yeah, that's real. Yeah. Those are point A to point B. Heartbreak Kid on the other end is like one of the songs where I pulled from here, I pulled from there, and then I pulled from there, and then I made a story, you know. So let me think of a line that's like,
oh, you got a lot of great lines in Heartbreak Kid. So.
Yeah, but I'm trying to see, like, I'm trying to think of the lines where I can go, okay, I pull this from here, I'm pulling this from here. Okay, so like a part of the bridge, like when I come back in, it's the body for me, it's the body, you know, I talk about, she got good brain, she got a college degree. Okay, that's one girl. Then we can go back to the beginning of the thing where I'm feeling more so kind of down. It's always heartbreak for the kid. That's the more perspective of me being more reflective in a sense of like, okay, this is how I feel, like, damn, like it's always down for me. Like, can I experience something else instead of, you know, heartbreak, or feeling like I'm dealing with the emotions that of a past relationship, or, you know, different type of things. So I wouldn't say for this particular song as it fit on the EP, it wasn't one of the ones, it's the only song on there that was not pulled directly from one situation. It was just, I wanted to paint a picture. All of my things, every time I make a song, I'm painting a picture. And this particular picture is yeah, you know, a guy that's trying to figure out how to love again. He had his heart broken before, and now he at the point where he just like it's like, you the one I want. Like, he basically begging and pleading to her, like, you got everything. It's the body for me. It's the smartness. You everything. Like. Yeah. Like, it's get to the point where the bridge go, oh Lord, you know my worth. Yep. I done seen you do many things. I done seen your work. My heart beating so loud straight through my shirt. Like, I'm saying that is that point because I'm like, God, like,
I'll break my heart one more time, then it might not work.
If I break it one more time, it might not work.
I love it, man. I love it.
So, and even that, like, that part is like the only part. That part in particular is, I hate people that say this. It was a freestyle. I didn't write that part. It just came from me. I hate when people be like, I wrote the song in 5 minutes. I did 30 songs in 30 minutes. Like, I think this shit's so lame. I take my time on my music, and I respect the art. So when I say shit like that, I don't like how they have, you know, romanticized not writing and hip hop today. So, but for me, in that particular line, that just, it flowed like that. So that's just what came to me, that bridge right there. That was dope. But yeah, it just really was just, I'm just trying to paint what it's like to have these feelings for this person. Yet it's like they don't want to, you know, they're not committed to that. They just really just breaking you down in a sense. That's what the Heartbreak Kid was really about. That song.
Okay. So we'll go to the video next. just kind of break down what the concept of the video was and where did it come from, because you definitely told a story in that movie. I said movie, that video as well.
Well, shit, it was pretty dope like a movie. So shout out to Carlisle Jones and
Yeah, I call it a movie, so
yeah,
that's dope.
yeah,
Shout out to him.
yeah, shout out to Carlisle Jones. Shout out to Danielle. He I did not know her. That was my first time ever. You've seen all my videos. It was the first time ever working with I guess you would say a leading lady, even though it's not a movie,
I
but a
think you
leading
can do a
lady.
lot with that, though. I think you can do a lot with that concept, though,
Yeah.
with
So
leading ladies and shit like that.
he brought her in. He brought the idea and pretty much everything that you saw. So her coming me, having this girl that I'm fantasizing, romanticizing with, and I'm falling for her, and then she flipped the script on me. She finds out she's a police officer, kind of like a setup, I don't know what she could set me up about, but
Right.
it's
But
getting.
we're in the context of the video, so it
Yeah,
could be anything. You could be Scarface, man.
but look, it's out. It works perfectly because that's what it feels like sometimes to have your heart broken or to feel like somebody has a hold on you. When they sometimes you can have a hold on a person and they feel like they have you locked down, they have you locked up. And so that's what I think it was so perfectly to have him have her, set me up. I'm locked up and she's dancing on me, she's toying with me. But I'm pleading to her like, like can we make this work? Like you the one I want to be with. Like I thought it was just so dope to have like that. She was wonderful. Like she,
She
came
was with
in.
it. She was with the whole concept.
Oh no, she can. I'm very in my real life. I would never even on the first day meeting the girl like even have her all up on me and I'm groping her like that. That was kind of weird for me, to have that experience. Because in my real life I don't move. I'm not that type of. I'm very gentleman like. And so she made me have after the fact. She came in. She was like she was mad comfortable with. But as we started to have more conversation, we started to build a little chemistry where to the point that I feel okay to like, okay, I can touch you and I feel like, in a couple of months, somebody, hey, he touched me, he did that, because you got to be careful like that when you're trying to rise.
But you didn't get that vibe from her though. I
Oh
didn't.
no, most definitely. It's just the type of person that I am. I would
Right.
never ever be disrespectful to any type, nobody, dog, or anything like that. So, but it was a dope. My best video to date. Hats off to Carlisle and Danielle. I love that video. That's my favorite for sure.
Right. So we'll get to some lines and then we'll get off our Heartbreak kid and they can go check it out. Video on YouTube right now, Metrical Futurity, YouTube page, song all over the place, like I said.
Mm-hmm.
One stuck out to me was Heartbreak Angel Don't Fly Away.
Mm-hmm.
So what do you just think of, what can you just expound on that line? Because
Yeah.
it stuck with me. That line stuck with me.
Yeah, okay, so yeah, that's actually funny that you bring it up because that's one of the lines that actually sticks out to me writing them because I remember writing that bar down. Again, those one of the things where you feel like you're trapped to this person, you feel like you stuck to him, and it's like I know who you is, you really bad for me, but at the same time I feel like you good for me. So that's why the even term heartbreak and angel should probably never be together. But that's why I will refer to this person, this woman, as my heartbreak angel, because please don't fly away from me. You the one that I want to be with. You the one that I want to connect with. But you just keep pulling away, or you keep breaking my heart or whatever. So just kind of like it's kind of like wrong to have heartbreak and angel together. So
That's why it stuck out though. That's why it stuck out though.
like, please don't fly away. I thought that was a dope line
It
for me.
is. It is. It is.
For sure.
The second one was just the way you said. I think the cadence and the way you said it stuck out to me too. You was like, say the last dance at the club.
Okay, so that's just one of the things that was like that came to
In a
you.
good way. Now it stuck out in a good way though.
Because I stole that from. I mean, I didn't steal that, but that's a reference to the movie "Say the Last Dance." I was just like, just say the last dance in the club. Like we gonna get there. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a build up. You know what I'm
This
saying?
y'all whole negotiation right now. You and her.
Right,
That's negotiation
right.
right
Like that's exactly what it is. See, you hearing that, it is dope that you like was able to, get that from that, because that's why I was going with that. Like hold on. It's out of my hands like a glove. I feel like I'm out of control. So like say the last dance in the club, like I please, you know what I'm saying? I need some 10, 11K, I'm no scrub. Like that's how I felt. Like just hold on. Like this what I need though. Just wait,
Man, you
just
went
wait.
off on this shit, man. Like the more I listened to it, I was just like, knocked it out the park.
Hey, I appreciate that. That means a lot to me.
Yeah. Um, that's pretty much all I have for Heartbreak Kid, the video, YouTube, the song out. And
Mhm.
next time we link up too, I really wanted to go over the third song with you, which is Run Back. So if you can just kind of preview that a little bit without giving too much. When we
Yeah.
link up again, we'll go over Run Back.
Yeah. Okay. So the song "Run Back," yeah. Um, one of my, a while back we was talking about "They Would Never Believe Too," and how believe it or not, "They Would Never Believe Too" would have never came out if I didn't make the song "On Me." The same thing with "Broken Hearts Only." Had I not made the song "Run Back," I would have never felt like "Broken Hearts Only" was completed enough to just throw this quick little in my feelings ass project out. Had not Run Back, and Run Back probably to me, I would say from an artist standpoint and storyline standpoint, would be my least favorite. That's just personal.
Which one Run Back is?
Run Back, the one that we doing next, would be my least favorite. However, it fits the dynamic of where I was going at the project so perfectly that it had to go. So to give you a brief thing and not give y'all too much, Run Back is simply what it means. I feel like a lot of times we get into personally, I don't experience this because it kind of fucks with me, but I feel like as a generation, and I know what I felt like if I had this opportunity presented to me, I probably would have been towed up like this. As a generation, we go through this time where people can be bad for you, but it don't matter what the fuck they do and how bad it is, you'll run back to them. And so basically, that's what this next song that we're gonna get to next time, that's gonna be about, just running back to somebody, even though they broke your heart, they done did you bad, they done lied to you.
Okay, you might, like I said, the way I'm listening to it now, I ain't even made it through the whole thing. Y'all want to do the whole thing with you and have the experience. So we get a toxic track next.
Well, yeah, a toxic track next.
We get a toxic track coming up.
Hell,
you might be 3 for 3 then. You already 2 for 2. So
yeah.
good toxic track. Hey, I'm with it. I'm along for the ride.
Okay.
So that's enough for that. Like I said, I was gonna hold you in here probably a little bit longer.
Look, I'm free. Whatever.
I ain't even tell you because it was a lot to talk about. A lot of shit happened, man. I guess I'll keep it positive though.
Yeah.
J. Cole, man, J. Cole. What was your impressions of his album? Because as an artist that I feel like could do music with him in my heart. What was your perception of it? You know what I'm saying? What did you think of it?
Okay, I'm gonna give you both sides for me. Okay. Here's the thing. Like you mentioned me being opinionated earlier. Here's where I talk about living in this society and where my opinions come from and the honest to God truth. Okay, I believe the album was dope, right? Yeah, I would say I would give the album probably an 8 out of 10. Probably the second best album I've heard this year. It's second to first. The first one for me is gonna be Tory Lanez Playboy. That album is just phenomenal to me.
I ain't mad at you putting Tory Lanez on there now.
That Playboy album is great. It really is. And even when he made the live version like 2 weeks ago, that even made it even better for me. But back to J. Cole off-season album. The problem that I have with J. Cole is I think J. Cole is dope. First of all, great lyricist, legend already. But the reason why I put Kendrick and Drake over Cole is for this one reason. I feel like when Drake comes out and Kendrick comes out, they make the next wave. They make the next sound. With Cole, I felt like a couple of the first 5 songs, even though I love the first 5 songs, I felt like they was the reach. And what I say about reach, I don't mean like in a negative sense of I'm reaching just to find clout. No, he went and deliberately found the beats that he knew that folks are gonna go like, oh my God, J. Cole on this beat. Oh my God, like he on this, he on more of a southern hip hop, well he is southern, but a more so of a bouncy kind of trap almost beat now. And I feel like when you do that, sometimes it can kind of downplay your greatness in the sense of making the next level of music and next art. And so though I feel like I love songs like My Life, I love songs like 100 Million, Amari is probably my favorite song. That's track number 2. Even the first song,
I love the interlude too, man.
The interlude was dope. And you know, when I first heard it, even from the first song,
I had to sit with me.
I was like, damn, I was like, do I like, did this sound, because I first heard it, I was like, damn, this shit sound like a mixtape. And I was like, I don't know if I like that or not. And then it was like, shit, you don't get that today. Which brings me back to the point that I was talking about earlier when we was talking about opinions. Everybody's like, oh, J. Cole and shit, J. Cole, great. But
I say that too. I want to know.
No, he is. But here's the thing. Well, especially with folks that's around my age bracket, and younger. Mainly younger, because I feel like my age bracket, we've seen a little bit more greatness than the younger folks. What happens is you get people like J. Cole who put out maybe not his best projects ever, and because they're more conscious, and the rappers that they listen to today don't give you no type of consciousness at all, they kind of overrate what the fuck they just heard. And so, like, I put the M on your head, Luigi bar. You Luigi brother now, bar. That bar was dope, but I thought it was even harder when he was like, I got more M's than the Slim Shady. Than the Real Slim Shady videos. I thought that was a harder bar because it didn't take it. If you don't know the Real Slim Shady video, if you don't know what you know how many fucking M's was in, how many M&M's was in that video. Yeah. Like I thought that was just like that one made me go like. I remember being at work and I'm just like, whoa, okay, like that was hard. But like when you're a conscious rapper and people not used to that, it makes it easier for you to just pop out and then everybody go like, oh, this is the best shit I ever heard. If you only been listening. So you
saying it feel kind of weak, basically?
No, I'm not. No, I'm not saying it is weak. That's why I don't want. I think that J. Cole is top 3 right now. So, but
he is 3 to you. He is 3 to you.
Right. He got to be 3. Yeah. However,
I think he cool with that though. I don't think he a boisterous type of dude like that.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I actually think he an introvert, bro. I think
he is too, but I think most great artists are. I've never seen an artist that's like, you ever heard Lil Wayne's interviews? You ever heard Kanye? Lil Wayne goes, I don't listen to nobody but myself. Now, however, I think that's a problem. I think you should definitely listen to other people to get more influences. I think I don't have extra people in when I'm recording or people around me because I don't like that type of influences. And I don't just, listen to somebody else before I come into it because I think sometimes you go in there and you try to emulate them. But however, if you don't give yourself a chance to experience the new sounds of today and, experiment more, I think that can hinder you. And so I think a lot of great artists, they stay to themselves. I'm a big fan of the Rod Waves of the world. The Drakes, even though Drake can be outside, I feel like at the core of him, at who he is, he's a very mellow, introverted guy that will probably enjoy being around 2 people more so than being by a crowd. I feel like all the best artists are a little off. A little. Some of them
it takes that, right? That's what.
Yeah, some of them a little extra. You got the Michael Jacksons and the R. Kellys that I feel like they're the ghosts, but they're the stream,
Demons, demons.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. So yeah, I think the album was dope. I just look at it from the Cole. I don't rank this high on J. Cole's list. I think it's not fucking with Born Sinner. I don't think it's fucking with
2014.
Hell no, it's not fucking with 2014. I think Born Sinner is still better than 2014 for it to drive. And I don't know. Nah, I put it over KOD. I put it over KLD. Yeah, I do put it
Yeah.
over KLD. But yeah, I just don't think that he elevated much from what he was. I think he just gave them the shut the fuck up songs. Like, y'all call me boring. Here go some beats that y'all like.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. As an artist,
He got the tools to make it happen. So
for sure.
yeah. So I guess he gonna ride there for a little bit. We ain't gotta stay on the film because we got another topic to hit before we get up out of here. We got one more shit happening. I be wanting to bring it up, and I feel like you opinionated and you might have something to think about.
You ask me how I belong, I'm good.
Yeah. So a podcast that definitely influenced this podcast broke up last weekend. So
yeah,
Joe Budden podcast. I'd be bullshitting if I tell you I didn't get inspired a little bit by that show, watching it before I started this. So
right.
I guess any opinions you have on that, you know what I'm saying?
Man,
definitely welcome here.
That was my favorite podcast. Like, and at first I was a Brilliant Idiots fan. Charlamagne podcast was my favorite, but over the last 2 years, now I've been listening to this around late 2017, 2016, one of them. But it had became my favorite one around about 18, 19. And I just feel like Joe was the problem. And I actually feel like they're gonna get Joe up out of here because I seen today where they say he
sexual harassment shit.
Yeah. Normally I'm one of the ones like, this shit ain't happened. But now this would sound like it happened. And even though I think sometimes that I think women have become to the point where they over victim today. Like, I think everybody wants to be a victim. Certain situations I think it don't be that deep to blow up. But no, that one sound pretty bad. Like, the way she said that he was talking to her, like, it was just real nasty the way it sounded.
Yeah, Olivia Dope, that's her name.
Yeah, Olivia Dope, that was definitely her name. But I think Joe was in the wrong. I'm not greedy, and so I was even about to make a post about that today. I was just gonna say, like, money has never moved me. If money moved me, I wouldn't be doing music right now. Like, it's just simple. I'm not making as much money as I feel like I should or could be making from music. But if money moved me, I would.
That's true. That's a true statement. That's a fact.
And if it moved me, I would not continue to be doing what I'm doing. I'm 3 years in, and I haven't I've probably spent over 20K, at least 10 to 15K, but I ain't.
You mean just on your music career?
Yeah, just on my music career. But I haven't gotten that back. Shit, putting those albums together a lot of times be right at $1,000. Like, when it comes to putting the beats together, paying for this, paying for videos, paying for that, just putting those together alone can become costly when you're not making as much profit back. However, I feel like if they were profit based, because I bought the Rory and Mal thing because I like Rory and Mal. I didn't like Mal at first as much, but the way he brought to the podcast, my favorite was actually.
Oh, that response was crazy. I listened to it.
Oh man, it was lovely, and I was actually a Parks Hive, but now with this.
But do you think that? Hold on? Okay, so let's say that Olivia Dope didn't come out today and say all that.
Okay.
Do you think that, like, we just being conditioned to, like, I'm saying, do Joe even have a leg to stand on? Like, we being conditioned just to fucking hate him right now, or like, is it the right thing to do? I'm talking about omitting the Olivia Dope shit, of course. I mean, if that never happened, then where are we for real?
Are we being forced to hate Joe? No, Joe has always been hated. Joe has never.
I'm talking about this whole podcast shit about him doing Rory and Mal wrong.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. No, I think Joe has always been hated. Well, before he fucked up with Rory and Mal, he was hated. But if this is the first time these guys have spoke, so I mean, the whole time we have been, listening to the narrative of what he has been painting out there, and folks are still hating him. So he tried to cover all this shit up, but it just got a little worse when he came out and said what he said about it. Because give me a few minutes, Mom. I'm gonna call you right back, okay? I'm in the zone. I'm trying to watch a movie. Send me the code to I got you, Mom.
I'm sorry.
Fine. Okay, but yeah, so what I was gonna say,
no, what podcast?
What okay, yeah. Okay, so yeah, we was talking about the guys. Okay, so I'm looking at Joe painting this on narrative or whatever, but a lot of the shit to me didn't make sense. And if you ever paid attention to Maul when he talks, he never lies, or he doesn't, Panda make bullshit. Joe Panda's a lot on that show.
Oh, he a Panda King, bro.
I don't like that. I never liked that. I feel like I want to talk.
I stopped watching it a while back because I even told Trent, I was just like, this shit getting a little. Yeah. I can feel like he pandering to me. I feel like he was pandering to me at some point. I was like, I can't stand that shit. Just be yourself, and if I think that's cool, then that's what I'll ride with.
Right.
That's what caught me in the first place, because I felt like a fly on the wall. Now I feel like you looking at me, and I feel like you trying to figure out what I like, and you trying to give it to me. I hate that. I hate that.
So he does it a lot. I hate it too. He does it a lot with women. That's why I like people like Kevin Samuels.
I had stopped watching for a while because I feel like he was doing that shit.
Yeah, he was. He most definitely was. And so here we are to go ahead and get to Maul and Rory, when they put out their information, because academics have been on their head for the last month. He been on them hard. He been really like dogging them out on the internet. And so what I hear when they spoke, it made sense to me. And so putting everything together after hearing both sides, basically what I look at it as a person that was starting to be a little bit greedy, a little bit. I don't want to say greedy to the sense, because yes, it is his shit, but that's just like, I look at it like my situation. I might do all of these, all of the recording, the engineering, the mastering. I do pretty much everything, by myself. However, when it's time to do shows, if I need somebody just to listen to my song, I got two people that always got my back. And if I pull them to the top and we started something, Black Hustle Family, right? If we take this right now, right? It's three of us right now. We got two main heavy people that have invested heavily between me and the other person. Well, I'm gonna say Jay, because I
Jay. Boy.
So that's my right hand man. And so if we was to bring somebody else in, and we have agreed that they're gonna make percentage off of our profit, that for number one, them seeing the books, they have to see it. Because it doesn't make sense to me. At first I was like, I don't know if they should see the books, but I feel like Joe feels like he was so popular as a rapper that that's why people come to him. Yeah, you might have brought us here, but you have not been what sustained us all these years. I don't come there to listen to Joe Budden. I like Charlamagne more than I like Joe Budden, even though, because I feel like Joe Budden a lot of times go overboard to self-destruction. And so that's what he's doing now.
I did feel like I said, that's when I stopped watching, because even Maul now said it in the response. He was like, who the fuck am I talking to? Like, he had I feel like a switch turn in him, and he wasn't the same person. Like I said, I'm not gonna bullshit with you. When I was watching like Throwback, I was watching for Joe. I was watching for all of them collectively, because like even like Rory said, they all brought something else to the table.
It did. That's why
I feel like this nigga turned into fucking Diana Ross or some shit at some point.
Listen, before when I started listening to it, Parks didn't even talk like that. Even when Parks started talking, he added a whole nother dynamic and another side that made me even like the podcast even more. Because at first I felt like it was too New York, and it's still with them, it's too New York sometimes. But when you added Parks, he get a whole different perspective of like the common man to me. Because Parks is a little bit more common than the average man, in the sense of how he lives and how he carries himself than the other three would be, Yeah. So I just feel like at some point they started to bring in real money, and Joe looking like, all right, these motherfuckers costing a lot, and he wanted to make the most off of his product, which I feel like is not your product when it has grown over the years. You've only been for 7 years. Rory came in on episode 77. So you're on episode 437. Why the hell is this person? He should have equity. He actually should have ownership in that. If it was me and it was mine, if it was Black Hustle Family, and I had somebody that had been here, that's the thing that I move on. If you've been here since day one, you will have ownership in that, because you have helped build that platform. Regardless of if you bring it in extra people to the other side or not, I don't care. That brand has been sustained and built because of what you have done. Regardless of if he bringing in 100,000, I get Joe, because Joe looking at it, I'm bringing in 100,000 people. They bringing in 2,000 people a piece. It doesn't matter to me. If we have agreed, if everybody is interested in this podcast, and people want to pay you for this podcast, I am this podcast. Regardless of what I bring in, and if they just want to fuck with you, that's cool, that's cute. But if we have agreed to profit base, I need to see those numbers, and I also need to, I need to make sure that it's coming in correctly. And I'm speaking for a person that's more than likely going to be the boss or whatever the thing gonna come from. So I can't even say that I'm going to be one of the people in the position of Rory or Mal. I'm actually probably going to be more so in the position of what Joe could be in, then more than likely. I don't know.
No,
more than likely,
I can see that. I can see that.
And this is how I'm telling you that how I would conduct my business right now. I would never do Jay or Mel like that in the sense where if they done started some shit like that, why the hell they don't have equity? Why they don't have that? He wanted to pay them salary. Why?
He said, well, that'll never happen.
He knew that wasn't going to happen. He told, my own words where Joe told him, he said that, no, he told Rory that I can get the both of them for half of one of y'all. So
that shit is bad. Some niggas will fight you just for saying that.
He told that man, he looked Maul in his face and told him that this podcast ain't got nothing to do with him.
He could have got swung on right then. A lot of times, somebody gonna beat his ass, man.
It's about respect. And he had lost, and I wasn't feeling the respect, and that's what kind of bothered me as a consumer and as a person that felt like he was a part of the fellas, because that's what those type of podcasts do. They make you feel like you were part of the room, and so you got situations like that, and then they go and they like, this ain't about this ain't your business. Like, nigga, I've been here since episode 77. You can't tell me that it's not my business. I get that people come here for you, but now I'm just as important, regardless of what you believe in. You think your ego.
He know that now. I don't think he did know their value now till he's starting to see how much support them dudes got on themselves, on their own. They got hella support. Them boys probably to start their own podcast.
Well, you see, another thing that bothered me is the friend word and the respect word, because you go on that rant and you say that I'm going to see the pants off them. I think that's the most weakest shit ever, because he said I don't have to respect my friends. In what world? In what world? I'm gonna give first of all, every man.
Your friends is that thing.
Because I don't care. We can have. I don't care how pissed I am at anybody. I'm gonna give you respect. Respect is especially your friend. Never ever. Jay asked me something, and I might text something real reckless. I'll be like, hold on. I love that. Damn, fam, hold up. That sound a little rude. I don't like the way that sound. My bad. Now, he know that I don't even mean it like that because he know me. But it just sound off to me.
To a stranger on the street, it'll sound different.
Yeah, it just sound off to me. And I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. I'm acknowledging that I have the utmost respect for you and you as a man. So I'm gonna acknowledge that. Oh, I'm sorry. I don't like the way that sounded, because if it was said to me, I would probably feel away. My bad. My apologies on that. Like, don't take that personal. So no, I just feel like he just don't have the respect. And another thing, same thing that I tell Jay and Mel about the people that's around me. If you are around me, I tell everybody, correct me. If I'm doing something wrong, if it get to the point where I'm making all this money and I can't see something, I want you to always to be like, hey, this ain't right. You ain't moving right, or you ain't doing it. If I'm doing something that's fucked up, you should be able to say, hey, yo, this fucked up. I don't know if you're paying attention, but I might not like it at the time, but fuck that. You should feel better about it. Let me know. Because what's going to happen is I'm going to sit down and I'm going to be by myself one day. And I'm going to think about it. I'm going to be like, you know what? That was fucking right. Maybe I did handle that wrong. And I feel when I hear Joe in that room, I feel like it's a lot of yes men around him that's scared to lose their pockets. And I don't give a damn. One thing, any of my friends be able to tell you about me. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna tell you what I feel is right. I'm gonna stand with you. But I'm gonna tell you if you're right or you're wrong. Mm-hmm. Always. He was wrong. I blame him. He's self-destructing right now. I think it's over. I feel.
You think the network over? The Joe Budden network over?
Yeah, I think everything is gonna be over.
That shit had what, a 3-month run?
Yeah, but see, it's the Olivia Dope thing.
That shit finna take the headline away from Rory and Mal them now.
Yes,
they finna do whatever they finna do.
Yeah, that's what going because I actually thought that he was gonna be able to try to. I thought the podcast was gonna continue for about 2 months, and then it was actually gonna fizzle out.
Yeah,
Because
that shit probably just cut it in half right there, if not cut it all
yeah,
the way off.
I don't think that's gonna last an extra 3 months. Now I think the whole ship gonna have to,
Go
you know,
down.
yeah, because that might have just tipped
Oh yeah, it sunk the Titanic.
yeah, but it's sad because that was one of the best shows, and they had
Oh man, definitely inspired. Like I said, we wouldn't be here right now.
right.
If it went for the Joe Budden podcast. So
Yeah, man, I loved it.
yeah.
Just back to Joe Rogan now.
Back to Joe Rogan now. Back to Joe Rogan now. Hey, he was trying to compete with him. Joe Rogan got like 4,000 episodes, man. You got
Yeah,
the man consistency. If you don't respect that, you don't like Joe Rogan, what he talk about. He talk about space and he talk about, not wearing the mask and shit. You
he
gotta
fits
respect the fact
everybody.
that man got thousand episodes he's sitting on.
He fits everybody. He talks to everybody. So he's putting for all of these audience. He got all of this stuff. So that's what.
Gotta respect the consistency, man.
But see, he ain't that to the point where I'm a fan of everything he do, because I was like watching Joe wherever show that Joe was putting out. But I really just watched Joe Rogan depending on who he got. So
Like
if he got
you watch the Chappelle one?
yes, of course. That's what I'm saying. Chappelle my favorite comedian of all time, so I'm always gonna watch. So I'm gonna watch every time he has a Chappelle, the Kevin Hart's, the Undertaker he had. I'm gonna always watch those type of things, And I've been enjoying watching these wrestlers tell their stories after wrestling, all the ones, especially the ones that I grew up loving. It's been a dope thing. You should talk about that, man. I ain't heard you talk about those, man, because I just been enjoying those.
Which one?
All of them, man. I don't watch Undertaker tell his story. I don't watch.
Oh no, Joe Rogan?
No. Oh wait, no. Undertaker was on Joe Rogan. He was. But no, I've seen him on Stone Cold.
Stone Cold be killing it. Stone Cold be killing. Shout out to him.
Yeah,
so he got 52 episodes. He got 1,600 episodes. So I thought he had more than 2,000 episodes. But he be working, man.
Geez,
We're getting here covered though, man. We don't went way over the threshold. These folks ain't finna watch that long. But unless we catch them at some point, they'll keep going. But we're gonna get back and talk about the next track, Run Back. So but right now everybody go check out Heartbreak Kids, Spotify, Apple Music, YouTube, my boy Mexico Futurity. Like I said, we're gonna piece it up and we're gonna come back and do Run Back, bro.
All right, for sure, man. Appreciate it.